Welcome to Cooking with Doug. Today I am going to cook what my stepdaughter calls fancy burgers. Really, when it boils down to it, it's Italian steak hamburger. This is what I'm going to use is right here. I'm going to use this. Only a very little of this. Put too much of it, it's going to overpower the rest of this. You're not going to taste this, you're going to taste this. So I'm going to open it up. And I'm only going to put a tablespoon of this in here. About a tablespoon. Drop it in there. I'm going to set this to the side. Then I'm going to put a little salt and pepper. A little pepper. I'm going to put a little salt. Okay, I'm going to set this over here. Then I'm going to take this steak sauce. Been a while since I've done one of these shows. If you like what you see, subscribe at the bottom. It doesn't cost nothing. This helps me out. Then I'm going to take some Heinz 57. I'm going to drop this in here. By the way, I'm making actually probably half. I got 1.5 pounds and I'm making 3 hamburgers. When I make them, they're going to be this big. They're going to be big hamburgers. I don't make little nothing. Nothing's little around here. Look, I'm not little, as you see. So, anyway, I'm going to use this Italian seasoning. I'm not going to use a lot of it. Very little. I'm talking about a pinch full. Drop it right here. Only very little. Okay? Because if you mix too much of this all together, whatever is more than what it is, then you're going to taste that and not taste the rest. So I'm going to put a little water in this. This is altogether probably, it is almost a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to put a little water in, make it about, probably about 1/3. Then I'm going to take this right here and stir it up a little bit. Now, you can adjust this according to how many burgers you're making. If you're making 2, drop it down a little bit. Don't use as much. If you're making 3 like I'm making, this is a pretty good combination. Oh, also, I'm going to make it low carb. Usually I crumble crackers up in here and then I throw it in here with my meat. But since my wife is on this great low carb kick, then I'm going to use pork rinds. So what I did, I used a 1/4 bag of pork rinds. And as you see, I mashed them up real good. What that's going to do is I'm going to mix all this together. And then this will make it stick together, kind of like a meatloaf, so to speak. So that's what I'm doing here. So what I'm gonna do now, get this out of the way. So I'm gonna take my hamburger. Of course, I got clean hands. You don't got clean hands, boy, you're in bad shape. I don't want to taste dirt in my meat. It's not good. That's gross. So this is a 1/2 of a 3-pound hamburger. According to my math, and I'm good at math. Might not spell worth nothing. Might not sound worth nothing. But my math, my calculations is real good. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna it's kind of like the same as you do with, say, a meatloaf. In fact, you can use the same thing in a meatloaf. and then put your meatloaf seasoning in there, and it'll be super good. That's a trick. So not only am I making fancy steak burgers, I'm showing you a way to make meatloaf. How you like that? That's a pretty good combination. You get two for one today. So I'm gonna take this, and it ain't mixed up real good actually. Let me get my spoon back. Hold on. It didn't mix up real good. Still real powdery. I'm gonna mix that up just a little bit better so it ain't clumpy. All right, that's better. See how that is? So I'm gonna dump this in here. Okay. Then I'm gonna make my hands a good mess. So I'm gonna take this, pork crumbs. I'm gonna throw it in there. I ain't done a show in a while. So I disappeared. I got a better camera. Got a little better setup. Cleaner. Just saying. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put all this together. And mix it up real good. Like I said, it's something like a meatloaf, but it's a fancy hamburger. My stepdaughter calls it that. Rebecca Laws. She'd probably get mad at me for saying her name, but it don't matter. I'm not the boss around here, though, by the way. I only just live here. But I do cook. That's for sure. And good. You trying this stuff I'm showing you? If you're a woman or a man and you have a significant other, guess what? They're going to love you more. You know why? Because the way to someone's heart is through where? Ha! This fat stomach. That's where. Just saying. So see, I get a lot of love. I got a wife and a stepdaughter. So I get 2 times the love. Ha! How you like that? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a pretty good amount. I told you, these are they're going to be super big. Probably about a ½ pound a piece. So I'm going to take that right there, and I'm going to show you a little trick my mom taught me a long time ago. How to flatten these out, make them look good. First of all, I'm going to take my eye, and I'm going to take and heat it up just a little below medium, so to speak. You just want it kind of warm. I'm going to take more salt. High blood pressure, that's what I got. I'm going to coat that pan, so to speak, with salt. So now I got my fancy hamburger, steak burger, hamburger, whatever you want to call it. Actually, you can take this thing right here, make them, and put a little brown gravy, little onion on top after you saute it, and mushrooms, and a little Swiss. And that's even another way to do it. So now you know about 3 things. See, getting 3 for 1 now. I'm telling all of it. I can't have but 1 cooking show. You know why? Because I just give you 3 for 1. So now, this little room before here, I got my ½ pound hamburger. So I got that. I'm going to drop it right on this. Put this out of the way. Alright. You see that? Just like put about in the middle. Watch what I do. Fold that over. About that much. And then work it down. Work it down. Better than Burger King. This is a real backyard hamburger. Up in my kitchen. So, I got that warm now. I'm cooking these 1 at a time, by the way. Ain't no way no more than one's gonna fit in that pan. So now I got this pretty good. I'm gonna take this thing now and pour a spoonful off of it. You see that, right? Perfect hamburger. Now I'm gonna slap that thing. I'm gonna try. All right. Now I got that ½ pound hamburger. That's a serious hamburger. I'm gonna slap it in here. Look how big that is. I told you. It's gonna be big. So, now, when it comes to these, you need to kind of cook them on medium. Probably for about, 15 minutes maybe. 7.5, 8 minutes on one side and on the other. The way I do it, I let it get kind of brown in the middle, so to speak. Then I'll flip it. So I'm gonna let that do its thing. I'm gonna put this lid on it, and I'll finish it in just a minute. Now, I got this thing cooked. It's low carb. You want me to show you what I do with carbs? Eat them as I see them. I like these big buns because I like that big hamburger. See, it's going to fit that bun perfect. Unless you're on a diet. And then it's not. It's going to be like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dress this thing. Simple. And probably, I don't shred my lettuce. It ain't fancy when it goes down. It's good. I guarantee that. So I'm going to take a little lettuce right here. Then I'm going to take me 2 tomatoes. 2 tomatoes. I'm going to dress it like that. Then I'm going to take pickles. My wife is not an onion eater. The funny thing is, I always get a lot of onions. She gets none, I get a lot. I told you, I like everything big. So we're going to do this. Make a mess. Told you. I'm going to put my fingers in here. Of course, they're clean again. And she likes extra pickles. So guess what I'm going to do? Load it down with pickles. So, and believe it or not, I done already ate a little bit of the hamburger. Fancy one. It is the bomb. So guess what? There's that. Now I'm gonna put a little mayonnaise on there because she likes mayonnaise. Just a little. See, if I put a lot on there, guess what she's gonna do? You don't want to know. I'll be running around this house all night. So I'm gonna take that, drop it. Then what is that? What I told you. A fancy steak, low carb hamburger. Like I said, I do mine like this, but I put it on that bun. And see, that is perfect for a bun or for someone on a low carb diet. If you do this, you try this, you'll like this. Throw that button, hit that thumbs up, and I appreciate you watching my show. Thank you.